Hey guys, I'm really happy about the farm progress this week. Behind me here you can see the background for our most popular video, Steep Slope Strategies. So if you're interested, take a look at that video and see how this is cleaned up with our staghorn pruning. But I need to take a moment today to talk about, take care of some side quests on our adventures. I've been really excited about our discussions about money on the farm, and it's really helping me organize my notes, some scripts, and it'll enable us to put together some videos that are more well edited. So I really appreciate you guys hanging around here for the raw footage as we organize our thoughts. But I need to address tourism, agro-tourism. It's a side quest for sure, and I have changed my mind several times about tourism. I didn't like it, and then I thought, well, let's try it, and then I said, no, I don't like this. Agro-tourism is interesting, and we do participate into it. We have people that visit us, groups, really successful groups. Later in the editing process, I'm sure I'll have clipped some of the stuff onto the screen. But we've had great groups, fantastic educational groups. But I'm here to inform you that agro-tourism is a side quest. You can specialize in it. It can become your game. You can work in tourism. But in terms of farming, it can only ever become a side quest. And it's an infrastructure-heavy side quest in and of itself. You need specific infrastructure. If your farm already comes with bathrooms that would be acceptable to tourists, well, then you're really halfway there. So maybe it's not so heavy, but around here not all of the farms are ready to take in people, especially people that are accustomed to having tiled bathrooms and things like that. Sleeping arrangements, cabins, all of that adds on to your agrotourism value proposition. But it's kind of like this. If all you're doing is tourism, then what are they coming to see? Of course, just being out in the woods, in the jungle, in the mountain, there is value there. So again, you could specialize into turning your land into a place to receive people. I think it's an infrastructure heavy investment, and maybe everybody will do that investment as they go along, but I think we need to prove the use case with crops. We have to propose models with crops because even if you get tourism every weekend, what is it that you're doing in the week to make your land add value, either to the ecosystem or to your wallet? And so we're really working on that. We want a lot of young people to get in to farming, and so we want to prove these models. And so we're very excited about this process. Agrotourism, I could tell a lot of stories about it, and people would love to come and stand here. But, of course, what price do you charge? Your time is valuable. There's not infinite time. Tourism is hard to scale unless you specialize into it, right? And then you can hire people to... But think about it this way. To have tourism on your land, you need to have paths. So you need to have a farm design anyway. Plants, whether or not they actually have saleable or harvestable products, you need to design a system that produces, for example, with bird watching, and we're going to get into some of this, how some of these trees in this system attract birds. And they're the same trees that provide us with the biomass production. And so birds and bees, pollinators, and other mammals will integrate into biodiverse systems. And that can be something people want to come and see. But people do not want to come and see a grassy field. In fact, in this ecosystem, grassy fields are quite uncomfortable. The sun is too hot, the grass is itchy, there's bugs. But when you have a specially designed system, and this is maybe not quite that system, we're trying to get into some agricultural production here, but you can already see a lot of interesting things now that it's all been pruned. And we've had groups come and are interested in what we're building. They're interested in visiting us precisely because we're identifying different promising species of plants and figuring out, like with these steep slope strategies, biomass contours, figuring out viable models to change the ecological equation, but also the economic equation. And so tourism is great. Even better if you're doing something special. But that something special, it cannot be tourism in and of itself. It can't be, the snake can't be eating its own tail. You have to be doing something interesting, something viable, something beautiful, even aesthetically. Any number of reasons people could visit you, but it can't be nothing. So that's what I think about tourism. Get into it as much as you like, but at the end of the day, we still need to design a system full of plants and animals that's viable.